Um, Something has just popped up. It is from a friend and it's not public, so I cannot say the name. But it says LOL. LOL, me and my friend having this debate. So I have a question. Say you have a family member of the opposite sex who you really close with. Y'all having a conversation like y'all usually do, and you decide to tell them about your infatuation with someone you're dating. Then they say, well, I'm in love with you. What would you do and or say? It reminded me of something that happened not that long ago. Happened this year. Someone I was dealing with, he had to do a job and he wasn't doing it. He kept on brushing me off and I didn't understand why, because he was benefiting. But I don't know, he started to act like he just wasn't doing the work, and I was asking him about it and he was really irritating, and I was like, this guy is going to get fired because he's just that's not how it works. You're working for me, you're supposed to do the job. But well, as it turns out, he totally again ignores what I said regarding why aren't you doing the job? Why haven't you done what I asked you to do? And he doesn't answer, and he's focused on what his focus is on me, that he's in love with me. Man, that set me off. That turned me off, turned my stomach, made me want to vomit. I was not having any of it. I wasn't flattered because I'd been down that road before. This is what these guys do. Let me have a drink of juice. It's not juice, it's my smoothie. So I had to let him go. I had to release him from, he couldn't work for me anymore, because it's one thing that you're not doing what I'm asking you to do and you're trying to come on to me. And then when I called him out on it, he then tried to insult me. But the good thing is I have the screenshot saved. Because you can tell when you're dealing with an asshole. They act like they're so nice. You know the guys who are really polite and what a nice guy. No, they're not. They're acting. They're full of shit. And their true colors come out at the right time, you know? That was the right time. The wrong woman. And I fired his ass. That's it. I'm not dealing with this shit. Because how far you want to push me? It's like, don't push me. Don't push me. So people are answering, right? So this person is having a crush on a very close family member. So the people in the comments, family member. Another one says, I'm walking away. Because what? I wouldn't even know what to say. Ask them why they feel that they are and how long they felt that way. What the F? This is incest. So that's what I'm saying. Plot twist. Respectfully say, I love you too, cuz I love you too, cuz, and walk straight the hell away. Be kind of creeped out, cuz that's family. I'm out of there, LOL. And I put, and I did the vomit face. Gonna be sick, green, puke, puke, puke. And then this guy says, Adela, definitely my thought is a mess. Clean up in aisle, your lap. Say what now? Wow. Yeah, so there are people around you, in your family, your friends, employment, your job, wherever you are. There is that creep who like is crossing boundaries in their minds. In their minds, they are doing all kinds of things to you without ever considering a possibility that you may not feel the same way. I mean, how are you going to tell your cousin that basically you want to bang him? You want to what? Make that the cheeks, clap the cheeks, clap those cheeks. Oh my goodness! So many years ago, on a site called Yahoo 360, it was Facebook before Facebook. It was much better than Facebook. But on Yahoo 360, there were some these white women, like they had a little group, right? And they were incestuous. They were having relations with family members, and in some cases the family knew, in others they didn't. But one in particular was a woman, and it was the family being over for Thanksgiving dinner, or it was either Thanksgiving or Christmas. I don't remember exactly, but one of those. And the family all comes together and gather, and they have a habit, they say, they disappear. And the whole family knows. They go, what they're going to do, if the family is thinking, because that's what they say they're doing, they're going to the car to have a smoke. They're going to smoke their cannabis in the car. Okay. But instead, they go and have sex. Oh, can we say that? I mean, at my age, I have to ask permission to say sex, to say pedophilia, etc., etc., groomer, etc., etc. Anyway, yeah, so she would tell us these stories. Now, I don't know if they were true, but it sounded like that's the life they live. And there were others who were even more bold than just that. At least these ones took off to the car. But others, all the family members getting down and shit. I was, honestly, it's the kind of stuff. So when I hear these stories, why have I heard all these kinds of stories? Because I've been reading. I'm always reading. Somebody asked me, and my auntie, I was talking to her, and she mentioned, well, they're white supremacists. Like, as though, if they're white supremacists, you should stay the hell away from them. I'm like, hell no. If they're white supremacists, I want to be up there. Up there. Like how they spy on us. I like to spy on them. I'm all up in their shit. Reading their minds, learning about them, seeing what they're all about. This is why they think I'm dangerous. All I do is observe and speak truthfully on all that I see. Okay? So, people don't like that. People don't appreciate that. It's what I'm here for. I'm here to do the Lord's work. Yes. These things they call taboo are called taboo for a reason. A reason they are called taboo. Let's check the lexicon. Well, looky here. Taboo. Taboo. Boo. Well, it is a Polynesian language prohibited by a taboo. Tongan. The second definition of taboo from the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, America's best-selling dictionary according to this new edition. And taboo, second, also taboo, T-A-B-U. 1. A prohibition against touching, saying, or doing something for fear of immediate harm from a supernatural force. A prohibition imposed by social custom. In this case of incest, I believe most of society have deemed it taboo to have sex with family members. And speaking of incest, when I came to Canada, I grew up in an area called North York. It's a largely Jewish, at the time was largely Jewish. Now there are a lot of Filipinos. But there were Jews and, there were black people and there's everybody else in between. But it was predominantly Jewish. Or the businesses, they had a lot of bagel shops. Some of the best bagels you could have. I would, honestly, if the Jews are not making the bagels or the bagels are not coming from Montreal, I wouldn't eat the bagels. And especially now I can't eat them anyway because they are made with white flour. White. Lily white is poison to me. So in that area, I'm traveling and I'm always seeing these children. I know they're not the same children, and there's more, and there's more, and there's a bus. There's a whole bus of them. They look like they have Down syndrome or something. And I start to wonder. I'm curious. Why I discovered, well, there's a Hebrew school. They go to the Hebrew school. Oh, they all have Down syndrome? Well, apparently, as the story was told to me, many of them were engaging in incestuous relations, and that caused some sort of defect in the birth. That's what I was told. Don't try and label me anything and come and tar and feather me, please. I'm telling this story because, that is apparently, supposedly, allegedly a consequence of engaging in that behavior or whatever you want to call it, activity. Okay, sex with your siblings, your parents, your children, your cousins, kissing cousins. No, kissing cousins, that is something that was happening, that happened and used to happen and obviously still happens, but you don't hear it talked about. Doesn't mean that it's not being done. Okay, anyway, thank you for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, comment or not, it's all good. I'm Domina Della Pie, Mistress Sasha Storm. Good night.